Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of Hermitcraft Season 4 with me, FalseSymmetry, and today we are back over here at the Squid Farm with a husk making some weird noises over here. Are you in the hole? No, where are you? Are you underground? Are you behind the portal? Are you over here? I see you. Hello friend, how you doing? You good? Good? Got some breathing troubles? Fair enough, fair enough. So yes, today guys, we're going to be working over at the Squid Farm again, but we have done all of this design. All of this design, all of the path down there, all of that is done, but the main part still isn't. We've basically decorated the things that aren't important and left the floor down there looking like an absolute mess because it was all covered in half slabs. But now I want to update this and make it look cool because when 1.11 comes around, the squid no longer spawn in lava, and therefore I'm going to have to tweak this design to use water instead, which should work okay, at least in my eyes. I think it should. We should be good. So apparently I have to just tweak the top part, I think, and then tweak the bottom so that these are no longer signs. I think you have to use fence gates or something like that, someone told me, but we'll worry about that at the time. So basically what my idea is here is to make it more of a beach theme, because when we put water in there, we're going to change all of the glass to blue and also the clay if possible too, and change absolutely everything that's red with the designs to blue. Because we're going to basically have water rather than lava. And I'm pretty sure that water behind red glass will not look too pretty. It'll make it kind of a browny, grey, horrible colour. So I don't really want that. And yeah, so basically the idea is that we're going to go with a sand and a fake water design. The fake water design being done with glass, as you can see. So the idea is that possibly we're either going to go with one or two of two designs. The first being that sand is surrounding this area like we've done here, with the water on the exterior and going into these little rooms that we're going to be making at the sides. Or the water being around the farm itself and then the sand being on the exterior. But I think this one's going to work better because I want this here to be looking straight down into that room down there. Now it isn't dug out properly just yet, but down here is obviously the temporary storage room. Now this is where the ink sacks are collected in these chests here. I've added a whole bunch more for when I AFK for a long while, just for temporary measures. And over here is completely full of ink sacks. So that's what I'm kind of thinking about doing down here, and I want to be able to see it from above. But anyway, that is enough rambling about this design. I'm going to get on and start designing things, etc, etc, moving this glass down a block, etc, and just fiddling around with it, making it look cool. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and I'll be back with you guys in just a second, and hopefully, yeah, it's now daytime, so we should be good with the mobs. Well, I've only done a teeny tiny amount so far, but look at this. This looks so sweet. I think that without all of this rough stuff around it, with a room in there and stuff, I think this would look incredible. So I'm very excited about how this is going to look when it's all done. I think that if I do things like add little shells with buttons and things like that on this, I think it'll look like a real beach. And it will look awesome, especially if I bring it into rooms like that and stuff. Not that I'm sure what I'm going to do in these rooms. I was actually planning originally to have like an AFK room where I could stand and also have like a fish farm and things like that, but I don't really know how to make those things. So these rooms by the end of the episode might not have anything in them, and if so, let me know what you think we should add in the rooms so that possibly people can use this as like a little farm area. Possibly, I'm not really sure. I don't think I want anything too complicated. I want this to be the main attraction, but yeah, it's looking very sweet so far. Well, an hour or two later, and I'm doing a bit of work, just a bit of work, just a tad bit of work since the last clip, and we've got some cool archways going on. And we've got this bit over here, and I've got a staircase going down the middle, which is kind of temporary, but I kind of like it as well. And I think once this is blue, it'll look better. So I think we might keep that staircase. It literally continues down from this. It just about goes underneath this, which works. And I've just cleared that out there, so I might move this continue it downwards, which could definitely be an option. We can definitely do that, can't we? If we get rid of the ladder, if we go like so, and then we get these ones, then we're literally down on the floor. So technically, This is not bad in the slightest. We've actually got it working perfectly, which means we can probably get rid of that ladder completely now. We don't even need that ladder. Get out of here, ladder. We don't need you anymore. So let's quickly head up, have a proper look from up here. I've been just doing something plain with this side over here because we don't really need anything there. Although I am tempted to actually continue the room around the back like I have it right now, and have it as like a little temporary storage area or something, and that'll be very, very quick to make. We'll keep it very, very simple in there, and we'll just block it in with the door, and that can be like the AFK/storage area possibly. We could even add a little bit of glass if I had some in here, so that, oh, I didn't mean to do that, so that I can possibly, that's not going to work. Is that one going to work? Kinda. So I can possibly sit in this room back here and look out. No, that's not going to work, is it? I was hoping that I could like sit there, stand in here, in this kind of area, and look out and see if the squids are spawning and stuff, which I've been doing recently. When I've been AFKing, I've been blocking myself in with glass so I can tell if, you know, from afar without actually sitting down at my computer whether or not the squids are still spawning, and that you know, there's no one on the server, because obviously none really spawn when anyone's on the server. So that is probably all the progress I have so far. Haven't decided what I'm doing at all with that end over there. That is just a nightmare. That's probably where I will put the AFK platform, since I have been AFKing over there, as you can see. But I've got a lot more work to do. I'm going to probably do a little bit off camera. I'm probably going to do some on live stream as well, because I'm going to go live tonight, even though it is a Monday night when I'm recording this. My videos are everywhere at the moment. I have no idea. I'm just having fun recording them. So this is it so far. I want to add some detail with some sugarcane, dead bushes, things like that. So I might do a little bit of that as well. So who knows? We'll experiment. But it's looking pretty cool so far. Very sandstony though, so we definitely need to add something else in the mix. So the last clip was not wrong at all. I have been enjoying this thoroughly. I've just been live streaming for 3 hours straight working on this project, and I'm glad that I did it on live stream, because if this took 3 hours, right? I mean, with some other stuff, you know, collecting sandstone, collecting glass, doing all things like that as well, though. So I guess like 2 hours altogether, probably. Then I probably wouldn't have had enough time, if I can speak, to do all of this, I think. So basically what I've done, ignore that squid though, that's gonna go. I just left it there because I thought it'd be funny to show you guys. Look at my stupid design. Look at the stupid. So if you can come up with something better than this, which I mean, anyone, absolutely everyone watching this can, come up with something for the squid farm. Something cool, possibly, to fit in that kind of gap. This gap. This is the maximum size, which I don't even know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 by 5, or minimum size is this, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 by 3. So yeah, if you want to come up with something like that, that would be great. Or that, it doesn't really matter either. Something that probably isn't sandstone, or although slabs and stairs can work pretty good, then tweet me at FalseSymmetry. Tweet me a picture, maybe, when this video goes out, and be like, hey False, cool design for your squid farm, and maybe I'll build it. So yeah, I've had a lot of fun on that live stream. That was cool. So basically, I've finished off the floor completely, I believe. I've added a storage room, which is actually sorted for once, which is pretty cool. So I've got all that sorted. We've got a beautiful bed at the back here, and even more storage with clay and certain blocks here and there, and also our ender chest, of course. What else is in my plan though? That is the question, because I've added these 4 Christmas trees. I don't know, I'm calling them Christmas trees because I guess they kind of remind me of them a little bit. What I'm actually going to do, saying that, I keep flying around the place like this, so apologies if that like annoys anyone. I do that way too much. So basically, the plan with these is, it's going to be really, really hard to see from here. Can I actually end up there? Do you reckon? Am I going to die? No, it didn't die. That was good. So basically, my idea is with this glass that's around the tree, that will be dug out, so completely down to the bottom, and yeah. And then this center part here could be some really, really cool pillars. Now I'm thinking like pillars that are made out of all the different kind of sandstone blocks. So it's a bit like a totem pole in a way. So I'm thinking about designing something like that for the rest of the video. That could be pretty cool. I don't actually know the height of this, so I can't really give you guys an opportunity to make one, although saying that, by the end of this video I probably will have made one. There is a bit of a sneaky lighting behind the tree there, like so, but yeah, I think this will look really, really cool like that. My original plan was actually not to do that, and was to actually have a big area underneath the wall up there. So this would be dug out and there'd be something cool in there, but I'm thinking maybe I'd just continue that down. And possibly also dig something out in here, maybe in an archway instead though, so it's completely different than above. And then the rest of the storage room is just completely new to me, like I have no idea what I'm going to do in here. So I'm up for suggestions completely with this design, because I think this is what happens, you know. This is what happens when you don't do anything in creative mode first. You're completely open to any idea, and it kind of, I guess, is a good thing and a bad thing, because I guess you don't have any kind of guidance. You're just kind of going with the flow, and as much as that's how I used to work on videos, I feel like maybe it's not me at the moment. I feel like generally to be able to produce as much content as I do, it doesn't work as well, which is a shame. But I think it works with certain projects like this one, which is such a wild project. Like, there's no way I could recreate building this in creative mode, even slightly. So yeah, it kind of works alright. Anyway, I think I'm going to kind of work on these little bits here, and I'll catch you guys in a second when I have come up with a couple designs maybe or something. I'm definitely going to do these in creative mode though, just because I don't fancy jumping up and down. If it was a live stream, I'd probably do it, but it's going to take like 5 seconds in creative mode and like 10 hours on the server, so BRB. Okay, so a couple of designs later, and they're both looking really, really awesome actually. This one is done with some stairs that face different ways each time, and stairs in the center like this to kind of get a very, very thick pillar that's the same width all the way down pretty much. But with kind of cutting out areas. So that was really very much like slab stairs, you know, a few little detail blocks here and there. And then this one over here was a lot of stairs kind of cutting areas out, which I quite like, to be honest. And I think it looks okay. And I think this might look better in that I could actually have like maybe, let's say, some clay. Maybe when we change it to blue, I don't know if we're going to be using blue clay. I'm just going to use a random color for now to kind of make a point. This would work quite nicely with having, you know, some colour behind it, because then it pokes through the gaps, whereas this one, you actually wouldn't see anything, because even these little gaps here, you don't actually see through it. So there we go, that is my 2 designs for that. I was going to make more, but I really like both of these designs. I think I'm going to use this one though, just because it's got the gaps. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this guy, like so, and then head on to the Hermitcraft server to start building it. And let's hope it looks as cool as it looks here. Okay, I'm going to do a rendog here and say it looks incredible. I actually really think that these look really great. I think these look really lovely. I didn't think they would look that good. I think I had really, really low expectations for these. I built 2. Oh, it's taken long enough as it is, because it's trying to get them both exactly the same. We can see them up here really nicely clearly. My favourite part is the fact that these 2 meet in the middle. What I've done is I've obviously got like half slabs and used both the top half and the bottom half of a slab and made one block there. I mean, obviously they look a bit weird from here. They don't look like a full block, but it gives that illusion of a full block there, because it is technically a full block. Now, I need to know what other block combinations I should bring in here, because this here is going to be blue. Saying that, it's going to be blue clay. That's going to look bad, isn't it, though? Because I'm pretty sure blue clay is not looking that great. Saying that, I think I'll make it dark blue, because at least then it's kind of like, yeah, I think the dark blue goes with this bit better. And that's the only problem with the clay situation. Saying that, I might actually start doing a bit of a leg here. let's make the leg. Let's do the leg with dark blue, and we'll kind of be able to contrast. Well, yeah, we'll be able to contrast it against the red and see kind of how it's going to look. Yeah, you know what? I don't think that's a bad idea. And I think let's get rid of this red right here. I think if I made that perhaps dark blue behind, it's going to be very, very difficult to see. Although what I should do is really just do like a strip there, and then a strip the other side with the other 3. And then we can kind of get a bit of a clue. Oh, I'm still flying. Really helpful. I actually really like that. I think that'll look alright. We'll have to bring in a lighter colour as well, though. And I don't know what I think about this. Like, I think, like, say like I had a strip here. Like, we're just kind of playing around now, just seeing what the colours look like together in the same scenario. Don't actually think that looks too bad. You know what? Quite like that together. Don't know if it goes to the glass, so that's my only problem. But what I'll do is I think I'll leave it, actually. You know what? I'm tempted to leave it and see what you guys think first, because these take a long while to build. In fact, this whole thing has taken a long while already, and it's crazy because because I've been live streaming, I haven't been doing progress updates, so it's been kind of difficult. But really happy with it so far. Just need to do a whole bunch more digging and a whole bunch more building. But hey, it's getting there slowly. It'll be a multiple episode project, I think, but next episode we'll do something different. I'll leave it for a little while and then we'll come back here perhaps, or whatever. But or maybe I'll work on it more so in live streams. That should be cool. So yeah, really happy with it so far. Looking pretty snazzy. Blimey, well, if there is anything that proves that detail makes a build look great, and leaves in particular, this is it. Look at that! It looks like a nice little cove. Going down into a cove in the ocean. It looks really, really cool. And it even makes that squid look not as bad as it does. It looks pretty bad still. So I've added these for shells, different kinds of buttons, dead bushes, and the leaves. Now I would have added something perhaps like sugarcane, but that needs water and stuff. The same with any crops and things. So I don't think I'll go over top with that kind of stuff. I'm going to keep it simple. Like, you know, I could have gone like a lot more crazy than this. I know it's hard to believe, but yeah, I could have easily done that. But I've started adding a little floor down here, and as you can see, it's looking a lot cleaner. And I've also added the clay behind those, which I think is very, very... Like, the impact of that right there is really, really great. The whole, like, it kind of looks like it could be 2D, like, on a wallpaper or something. But then you go up to it, and it kind of, I don't know, it's got the depth of field that I really, really wanted. I also made sure that the legs are kind of a little bit, well, I made them blue, basically, to match that. And I think it works really, really nicely. Like, if you look at it, even that being red actually doesn't look that bad, but I will change that glass at some point. But, like I say, don't need to do it yet, because we're not going to be changing it to water yet. Because blue glass with lava is not gonna look good. Anyway, that is sadly all I have time for. Like, I've been working on this project for ages, it seems, and I feel bad that there haven't been as many progress updates as I would usually like. But thank you so much for watching it nonetheless. Let me know any ideas you have down below for this squid farm. And that is it, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya!
When Stanley approached the end of the video, he clicked the subscribe button.